You may be using a call to action to send someone to a form, maybe to subscribe or to go and see another product, or maybe just to see more details. But how about you go and click a button and it just appears? So imagine you've got like a hero banner and you're giving them a few details, but you want them to subscribe or register. Click a button and it now appears. This could be a product. Maybe you click it and now it's got add to cart. This could even sit inside of a loop grid. So it might be, for instance, you got team member and you now want to show the bio. You click it and it appears. Or it might be further details about the product, like I mentioned. This is all done with a really simple, well, it's kind of simple bit of HTML. Let me show you how I did that. By the way, I'm Imran from Web Squadron. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and follow, and go and check out our courses. On screen, I've got a container and a bit of HTML code that you can currently see. But inside of the parent container, I've got a child container that contains my heading, some text, and I've got a button. Okay, so that is just your standard button. That button, though, also has a class name of question. Because what I'm going to get you to understand is that whatever your call to action is, and by the way, it doesn't have to be a call to action. It could just be a link. You know, you could have text and you've gone and given it a class name of question as a span inside of the text. Or it could be basically anything on your page. It could even be an image. You click it, and then it's going to go and reveal something else. And then over here, I have a form. Now, you can't see the form at the moment because of my HTML. But that form is just your standard elemental form, okay? And I've given it the CSS class name of answer. So what I'm trying to get you to understand is that the activator is going to be the question class. And then the revelation or the reveal is going to be the answer. So whatever you want to click, call it the question or give it the question or give it the class name question. And what will be revealed, give it the answer class name. And that is basically what this code is going to be doing for you over here. It's a little bit web accessible in terms of you get a focus outline and all of that. If you want to go and hack into this and improve and make it better, you can do. But the idea is that when you click that, it will then reveal the items and you can see the transition is 0.3s and the opacity is 0.2. And basically, that's kind of all it does. If you did not have that HTML activated, you would see the form. And it might be that you've got an image over there. I've seen websites and hero banners where they've got like a subscribe form or a register form or sign up for details that's in the hero banner. But it's then squashed up against an image, and then you got details on the left-hand side, and it's fighting for attention. You could have an image over here, and when you click it, the form appears. It might be over the image, it might be to the side of it or somewhere else. And like I said, because this is all just being done the way I've done it, you could have a loop grid template, and then inside of there, you could have further items that are not revealed until you go and click. So you don't have to do a pop-up or even an off-canvas widget. And if you were to stick this form in another container, so this is container parent container 1, and you had parent container number 2, it would appear down here because it's going to bring back the answer class wherever it is on your page. I hope this makes things a little bit more interesting for you. The code is in the video description. I'm Imran from Web Squadron. Like, subscribe, share, and follow. I'll see you soon. Bye.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain.